Rita?
I don't know. It's stupid. I'm just scared, I guess. Norm told me what it was like being on a stand. You know, you don't know what they're asking or why or anything till you've already answered. You can't help telling them the truth. That's what he said.
Steven said he'd make the truth work for us. It's not as tough as getting me through high school.
Want me to set the table for dinner?
No. I want to talk to you.
I'll see you later.
Both of you. Sit down. They haven't brought a subpoena to Rita and me yet, Norman. There's still time for us to leave.
No, there isn't.
Why not?
Rod's gonna be tried.
Yes, and his father will take care of him. You watch. I've got my daughter to take care of, and I don't want her hurt for anybody.
What makes you think she's gonna get hurt?
I saw Fowler on the stand with you today. It'll be much worse for her. Even your father, if he thought it would do Rodney some good, he'd make her get up there and...
You don't even know my father.
I know your father. He wouldn't think twice about Rita. He'd have them put her on the stand, and it would be the end. Now, either we go now, or we'll have to leave later.
Maybe they won't call her.
Oh, that's foolish, and you know it.
Well, they haven't called us yet.
Honey, you don't know lawyers. In a case like this, they don't leave stones unturned, and you're a big stone.
What do you think I ought to do?
I think you ought to decide for yourself. Look, I gotta get Rod some groceries in case he wants dinner.
No? I'm staying.
Now, when you first got here, who spoke first?
I did.
What did you say?
I told him I wanted him to come with me and talk to Norman.
What'd you have in mind?
Well, I wanted to straighten out this thing with Rita. I thought if I could get them together, maybe they could talk about it, settle it once and for all.
So you were going to take him to Norman?
Right.
What changed your mind?
What do you mean?
After you threw the hook away and he fell and refused your help? Why didn't you insist he go with you then? Why'd you walk away?
I don't know. I guess I was disgusted that things had ended in another fight. I should have known from the beginning Joe wouldn't be interested in talking.
Because he swung on you?
Because he almost tore my head off with that block and tackle there.
Block and tackle?
Yeah, I just ducked it in time.
He threw it at you?
He let it fly from the boat. I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
And this is before you said anything at all?
I didn't even know he was there.
And after that, you still spoke to him about seeing your brother?
Right.
We're getting someplace. After you talked, he swung at you.
No, he pushed me, like so, hard. I fell into the boat. I got to my feet. He charged in the boat after me. He hit me. I fell against the door and into the cabin.
You didn't actually fall inside the cabin.
Yes, Stephen, I actually fell inside the cabin, okay? It must have been low tide. I know I crashed into the cabin. I got to my feet. I charged out. I tackled him around. In the middle of the wharf, we struggled. And I rammed him up against the building. I grabbed him. He got his foot up and kicked me off. And I fell into the pilings. He picked up a lobster crate and he threw it at me. I ducked. I moved out of the way. It just tipped the top of my head. He circled into me. I waited for him. I threw two good ones. I had my weight behind him and I hit him.
Was he hurt?
He fell. He fell right against the thing. Yeah, he was hurt. He reached up and he grabbed that gaffing hook. He swung it at me. I got between him and the hook. We struggled. I got it away from him. And then I had the hook.
He backed up.
He backed up. And I followed him. I had this hook.
Okay, Rob, that's enough. This where Joe was?
Yeah.
Show me where you were.
I was out here.
Heads up.
What's that for?
Just proving a point. Physical instincts are a lot better than your mental ones. I told you I'd have broken your arm before I let you sign that statement. Well, I don't know what I know now. I'd have broken both of them. Come on. Sit down, Rob. You've just handed the prosecution a statement that just doesn't jive with what you just told me. One, you said in your statement you came to the wharf to tell Joe to stay away from your brother. Well, you just told me you came here to take him with you to talk things over with Norman. One version is a threat, the other an act of diplomacy. Two, you said we started to fight. You left out any mention of the fact that he swung the first punch and was armed practically all the time. You said nothing about the lobster crate he threw at you, or the 30-pound block with a 4-inch iron hook that he hurled at you in the dark without warning.
You think that I invented all this because of what Stella Chernock said this morning.
No, I think you're telling the truth. But I think signing that statement was a colossal piece of stupidity. Now, let's just hope it's redeemable.
I guess Mr. Dahl was right.
Yes, I guess he was. That's why lawyers don't want clients to make signed statements, Rod. You see, judgment is a relative thing. You were in a state of emotional chaos when you told what you thought was the whole truth. You acted like any other person would under the same kind of tension. And I doubt if you're aware of the amount of pressure you're still under.
What do we do now?
Live your life as normally as you can, and let Mr. Dahl and me handle the legal decision from now on. Oh, one more thing, Rod. You played a lot of ball in school, didn't you?
Yeah.
You have a pretty good arm, good control.
What are you getting at now?
Well, maybe you can tell me why you remembered the action with a gaffing hook and not the block and tackle.
I don't know.
Well, the jury may find an area of guilt there, Rod. You might as well face it. I'm not saying that you threw it at him to hurt him. But didn't you do it to prove something? Show him what you could have done?
I guess so.
Okay, let's get you to that hospital.
Stephen. Thank you.
At your service, Mr. Harrington.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Look, Stella Chernock gave this testimony under oath, Dad.
Some people remember things the way they need them to be.
Thank you, Doctor.
Now, Betty, wait a minute. Listen. Rodney's a good friend of mine, too.
Only you think your friend is a murderer.
Stella Chernock. I want Stella Chernock destroyed.